Hello everyone, welcome back to another vegan and gluten-free recipe episode on this channel. Today I'm heading to the Far East and getting a little spicy because I'm making this Kung Pao tofu. This is one of my go-to favorite dishes whenever I eat at a Chinese restaurant, so I figured why not make a batch of this for myself right here at home. There's 13 ingredients going into this spicy Kung Pao tofu. Let's go through each of them one by one super quickly. First up, we have one 14-ounce block of firm tofu chopped up into little cubes, 1 chopped yellow onion, 4 chopped green onions, 4 chopped cloves of garlic, 1/2 cup of salted peanuts, 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic stir-fry sauce, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 3 tablespoons of tamari, 2 tablespoons of melted coconut oil, 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 5 of these dried red chili peppers, and lastly 1/2 cup of water. There's 3 components to this spicy Kung Pao tofu. There's the baked tofu, the sauteed veggie mixture, and of course the Kung Pao sauce. Let's go through the recipe steps. I've linked the recipe that I'm following down below in the description box. I've made a few adjustments, but for the most part, I'm following it pretty closely. So click on the recipe link if you'd like to follow along and make some of this spicy Kung Pao tofu yourself. First, I'm gonna prep the baked tofu. So I'll take this chopped, cubed tofu, throw it in a bowl, and mix that together with the coconut oil, tamari, and cornstarch. And once that's all mixed together, I'll transfer it over onto a lined baking sheet. I have that all ready to go on my kitchen countertop behind me, and I'll throw that in the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes. And I will be flipping the tofu about halfway through the 30-minute bake time to make sure that it bakes evenly on both sides. The second step is to prepare the spicy Kung Pao sauce. That's super easy. I'll just whisk the ingredients together in this glass measuring cup. The sauce does have this 1/2 cup of water that I showed you earlier. I'll also be throwing in some tamari, rice vinegar, the ginger garlic sauce over here, and also some of the cornstarch, and I'll just whisk that together and set it to the side. For the third step, I'll make the veggie mixture. So first I'll saute the yellow onion, the green onion, and the garlic in some coconut oil. After those have sauteed for a couple of minutes, I'll throw in the 5 dried red chili peppers and the 1/2 cup of peanuts and stir everything together. For the fourth step, I'll take the spicy Kung Pao sauce that I'll be whisking together in this glass measuring cup, and I'll pour it into the sauteed veggie mixture. The fifth and final step is to take the baked tofu once it's all done baking in the oven and toss it into the saucepan with the sauteed veggies and the sauce, and add a little bit of sesame oil, blend all of that together, and that will form the spicy Kung Pao tofu dish. I'm very much looking forward to eating this Kung Pao tofu. I'm also very hungry and craving this dish, so I'm gonna jump right into step 1 and start prepping the tofu to bake in the oven. The Kung Pao tofu is all done, and I have to say I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. It does resemble the Kung Pao tofu that I order at Chinese restaurants. As always, let's get you a close-up of the final product. For those of you who are familiar with Kung Pao recipes, you'll notice that I omitted red and green bell peppers. I absolutely hate them. I didn't want to put them in here, but instead I used a whole yellow onion. And with that, I'm gonna dig in and see how this Kung Pao tofu tastes. I really like the bake on the tofu pieces. They have this bready almost exterior, and that's because of the cornstarch. There's a nice tangy flavor from the rice vinegar in the sauce, and of course the heat from the red peppers is so good. One thing I decided to do midway through the cooking process was to take a pair of scissors and actually cut my dried red chili peppers in half. It might sound weird, but it's actually because I wanted a bit more heat in this dish, and by cutting the peppers in half you let the seeds come out, and that really ups the spice for any of you hotheads who would like to have a bit more heat in your Kung Pao dish. That's everything for this vegan and gluten-free Kung Pao tofu recipe episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it entertaining or at least learned something new. As always, let me know what you thought of this recipe if you decide to try it out, and please leave any recipe suggestions you have for me down in the comment section. Take care, my lovely foodies, eat well, and I will see you in the next episode on this channel. Bye!